Hi guys, it's me Chrissy and I'm here today with books 30 to 35 that I've read in the year 2016, and the 31st book that I read this year is The Magicians by Lev Grossman. It's an urban fantasy and it's really well written because it's basically like what if magic was real, and when you learn it, it's not just about learning it like, you know how in other books it's like, oh, just believe in yourself, or like just believe really hard and then just a few tries and then they're a master at being a magician. No, this one is they have to really work for it. It's mostly scientific and it's like a real perspective almost, and I really enjoyed it. And then the next book that I decided to pick up was A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms by George R.R. Martin. It belongs to my book BFF Remus. There he is. Very fluffy. And it's basically 3 short stories about a hedge knight named Duncan, known as Dunk, and his squire called Egg, and their adventures through the Seven Kingdoms. This book takes place when the Targaryens are the ruling family of the entire Westeros, and basically when the old people in this book can still remember a time when the Seven Kingdoms were still Seven Kingdoms and not under the Targaryens. So this has a ring of history to it, and it's really, really good. And there's also a lot of illustrations which helped with reading this book. So it's actually a lot easier to read than Game of Thrones, but it gives you a good glimpse into that world. What else? Yeah, I also really like how the main character, like, I can't really say this about a lot of main characters, but I think he's such a good person. Like, as a human being, he's an ideal human being. I mean, like, he is a bit dense in some areas, but I mean, that's just real. And you can't really help it, especially in these times when there wasn't a lot of access to information and stuff. And so, yes, I'm definitely going to be picking up the second book. After you buy it, I'll borrow. Okay. And then because I was still like on my Game of Thrones high, because I was reading this right after the show ended, just so I have something to keep going on. And I tried reading another book, but I couldn't really get into it, so I decided to pick up The Hedge Knight, Sworn Sword by George R. Martin. This is basically the second story in this book, because this is 3 short stories. So this is the second story, but it's in comic form, graphic novel, I guess. And so basically, there it is. I basically just watched what I just read, which is it's actually interesting how this illustrator portrays how Duncan looks in here, but this is also different, but it's like the same story. But you can still get the gist of it the same, which is actually a really, really nice thing to find out. So I've never done that before. And then the next one is oh, oops, sorry, before Game of Thrones, but it's still in this wrap up anyway. It's called You Are Here by Mabi David. She's a Filipina writer. This is like a poetry collection or something. I got this from Winna, and I haven't picked it up till now. And it's basically a lot of poetry, or I would say prose. Most of it has like, I can understand some of it's about her dad, and like him dying, and like questions about him, because she didn't really know him, but I could tell from her writing that she really loved him. And this was just a very, very nice thing to read, to sort of like after I read something heavy, I like to go for something light, and this was right up my alley, even though it wasn't like fluffy bunnies and stuff like that. This was a real person and her real thoughts and her real pain. So this was also very good. Then the next ones I read, not because I couldn't actually, I'm not sure if they have a thing on Goodreads, so I'm not sure, but I'm going to count this as one. And that is Impulse, Overdrive, Confused, and Maybe. These are all by different people. Maybe is by Nikki Castro. It's like a cute comic thing. and then Impulse Overdrive by Wina, if you're watching, what are these called again? I forgot, but yes, these are all from Wina. These and these and this. They're all very good. They're very quick reads. This one had a lot to do, I think. It's called Confused, and through most of this, I really was confused. Though I'm not entirely sure what I was supposed to be getting. Though I would have to really read it over again to get it. And then Impulse Overdrive mostly has... I noticed a lot of... I forgot which one was it, but there's something about a fear about men. A fear of men in one of these. Yeah. So that's it. These are all the things I read in books 31 to 35 of my 2016 wrap-up. So, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!